welcome. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Tonight, their first look at this San Antonio squad this year.
They split the 2 games they played last year. Both teams really struggled to find wins throughout the season.
And that seems about right. Last season was one that both teams would like to forget. They get beat up a lot and couldn't even beat up on each other.
You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, you don't see him yell. You don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry.
Oh, throw it down! Wow!
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Outside Irving. About a minute into this first quarter. Bryant outside. Screen by James. 6 to shoot. Irving for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. On offense, here is San Antonio. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Bryant, no good. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Bryant with a block. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Just over a minute and a half in. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Johnson. Blocked again!
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Now Irving. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by LeBron.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Johnson. Rejected by James.
I love that LeBron is still willing to go up and challenge at the rim. He's still got that fire for an old man.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. You know, people call DeMar DeRozan the modern master of the mid-range.
Well, he's earned that with his mid-range efficiency and scoring. It's an area a lot of offenses overlook now, but DeMar, he is the exception to the rule.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. B.A., back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
From the corner, LeBron so versatile offensively.
To the inside. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Nets trail by 3. Left side, Walker. Now, here is James. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. Irving with it. Now guarded by Suggs. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Spurs lead by 3. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Suggs outside. Pass to Johnson. Here's Flag. Brooklyn pulls it in. James, right side. They set the pick. Outside Irving. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Bryant. No points so far. Brooklyn, no good that time either. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside Wembanyama. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Third team foul. Substitution.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Porter. 4 on the clock. Off with the layup. Jacks up a 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Bryant with it. Fires the 3. Diabate grabs the board. And he drives in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. To the middle. Here's Williams. Rebound by San Antonio. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Pass to Diabate. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Murray Boyles. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And stolen by Suggs. Now Porter. He takes it in. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for San Antonio?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels. Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Porter with it. Now guarded by Bryant. Excellent D there from Bryant.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Team second.
Here's Bryant. No points yet. Toppin outside. Bryant outside. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Porter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Porter hits them both. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
LeBron, the old man, throwing it down. Not much anyone can do about that still.
Outside Johnson. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Nets trailed by 7. Pass to Toppin. James, right side. And Grimes pulls it down. Now here's Johnson. Here's Murray Boyles. Guarded by Toppin. A nice shot by Murray Boyles.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, LeBron is keeping it going. He said, I appreciate these young guys coming up in the ranks and doing great things. I hope to have inspired them to carry it on when I decide that I'm done and keep this beautiful game going. Not just the league, but the purity of the game. That is what's most important. Back to you.
He's left an imprint, no question. Thanks a lot, Allie. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 14-6 run. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And the Spurs making a change here. Here's Flag. Still without a bucket. Clock at 6. Dumps it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And what an explosive finisher. Flag's going to give us plenty of highlights in his career.
Irving bounces high off the rim and drops.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
From deep, Wembanyama. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so that's the end of the first half. San Antonio on top, up 11. And we'll be back with you shortly. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And Brooklyn with possession here. 11-point game. After this game, they can look forward to Boston, where they will match up against the Celtics. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First team foul. Spurs substitution.
Bryant, left side. Inside. Pass to Vucevic. Clock is at 3. Down low. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Spurs lead by 11. Up top, Johnson. Here's Flag. The 3-ball. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Well, we get to see future Hall of Famer in Kyrie Irving tonight, Grant. What's his best skill?
I'll be honest, B.A. I've never seen a guard finish like Kyrie around the rim. He makes really difficult buckets look too easy. No debate there. He got hammered.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. The free throw drops for Johnson. RJ, looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns, what a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-round picks. Now, that's how you reboot a team. Look, he is a 50-40-90 guy, right around 40% from the three-point line. Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
15 seconds.
Well, RJ, some rebuilds go better than others. Wouldn't you say the Spurs are off to a good start?
Oh, they've got their cornerstone in Wembanyama, along with an array of young talent and plenty of picks. They look to compete now and for years to come, I would think so.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Irving. Pass to Tyson. And here's Walker. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Outside Irving. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside. Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Outside Irving. Pass to Bryant. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. And they tell players, your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less, Graham.
And, you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Next up, the Knicks in New York. It'll be the fourth of 5 games for them on the road.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Flag.
1 minute to play. Third quarter.
Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Now James. He has 7. Shoots over Bridges. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Johnson with a bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, pass to Carter. Here he goes. Kicks it out to Bryant. They need this. Sinks the tray.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. RJ, San Antonio seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. With a healthy roster, the Nets got off to a good start last year, Richard.
Yeah, they were 9-10, playing good ball, but a few injuries, notably one to Cam Thomas, really shut down their season. And the Nets went 6-22 after the All-Star break.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution.
There's a minute 12 left in the third. Here's Porter. Offline from the top of the key. Nets trail by 14. Walker. Outside for Irving. Back to Walker. Second chance effort. Clock at 4. Behind the back and lays it in. Bryant's got 6 here in the quarter.
Give him a chance to pull off something special, and he will take it.
To the paint. Here's Murray Boyles. He has 6. On the wing, Porter. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Porter's got 6 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
One of the most difficult players to guard off the dribble drive. Kyrie has a deep bag of tricks.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Porter. Count it. Give him 8.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's San Antonio up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. San Antonio leading by 14. Johnson with a bucket.
That was a disgusting first half he turned in, but it's been night and day for him after the break.
Now, here is James. Pass to Vucevic. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Vucevic has got his first 2 points.
For a true center, Vuce is excellent in that catch and shoot.
Back to Wembanyama. And here's Bridges. Walker covering. And another shot. And it's Bridges laying it in. Bridges has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And slam dunked by James.
He is just a bad man when he starts to drive. Once he gets that shoulder by the defender, look, it's over.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Johnson. Brooklyn pulls it in. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Outside Walker. And stolen by Bridges. Johnson with it. Irving picks him up. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Left side Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Suggs. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Nets trailed by 14. Oh, hard finish from LeBron.
Look, getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
Bridges down low. Johnson fires. Rebounded by Vucevic. Now Irving. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Vucevic outside. And here is Irving. Lets it go from 11. Wembanyama rips down the board. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Johnson outside. Five on the clock. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James.
Coming out on the floor for your Knicks. Number 1, Obi Toppin.
Shot clock at 2. Ooh, the shot misses. That's trailed by 12. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here comes LeBron from downtown. Ooh, it doesn't go.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now Bridges. Now Suggs. Stolen by Bryant. A minute 9 left in the game.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Spurs.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
The playmaking ability of Kyrie Irving. This man just excels at finding ways to get the ball to his guys.
Now Toppin. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wembanyama. Toppin rips down the board. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
Irving. The 3 is off. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the
Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. So the Wizards will get the first possession. Curry looking it over. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Well, on the court tonight, Grant, a lot of talent, but also some inexperience.
Well, B.A., these teams are young. Yes, they are. But here's a chance for them both to get a little more seasoning and continue to develop their respective games.
So silky and confident. Irving making it look effortless.
Right side Curry. Outside Green. Outside Levine. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Robinson. That three's off the mark. Here's Irving. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Impressive work inside that time from Irving. He is one of the most talented scorers in this league.
And here's Curry for 3. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Screen by Robinson. And that one's good. Ingram.
If Ingram gets a good look from out there, he will not hesitate.
And let's send it over to Ali LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about LeBron James and what his team's defensive game plan was against him, and he said to me, hope and pray that he misses a majority of his shots. With LeBron, there's only so much you can do against him, and we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens here tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Ali, thanks once again. Now here's Curry. Down low. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
Here's Curry. Beyond the arc. And again, Washington with a triple.
At this point, you're almost shocked when Steph misses a 3, especially from the corner.
James outside. Pass to Bryant. Drives to the hoop. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Stephen Curry. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game here. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big 3 era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves. It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Look like a schoolyard playground right there. Back to Bryant. And there's the screen. Pass to Vucevic. Fires the 3. Howard grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Ingram. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is good. Ingram's got 5 points.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
Outside Irving. Pass to Vucevic. Shot from 16. And he hits the jumper.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Oh! Get you some!
Nice. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. To the middle. Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And good things tend to happen when you run your offense through Steph.
Outside Irving. And he's going for the oop here. Walker's shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off and it forced the miss.
Excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Bryant. Outside for Irving. Bryant outside. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. The three from Curry. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram.
The net. 13.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Washington?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Brian?
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie. And it's Barrett off the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Obi Toppin.
And really pushing the action at the defense. That's one of the things Barrett does very well.
The third pick in the 2019 draft, R.J. Barrett has that ideal build for an NBA wing, legs.
Well, B.A., he definitely has that. 6'6", strong, athletic. Well, what's the biggest key for R.J. going forward? It's consistency with his shooting, which can complement his ability to create off the dribble.
Harris outside. Outside for Green. Outside Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Harris outside. It's picked off. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
Toppin outside. Outside Carter. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Williams in the post. Can't connect from short range. And Barrett has got the ball here for Washington. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road.
Second team foul.
Here's Barrett. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
Oh, man!
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, Barrett putting on a show, an unreal throwdown right there.
Now here's Christie. And Williams punches it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Here's the pick. Shot clock at 5. The 3 ball. Williams grabs the board. Brooklyn trailing. And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, B.A., this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
And it's Washington with the ball. Following the bucket by the Nets.
Well, Barrett has a lot of physical gifts. He is a wing who is not bothered by taking it inside.
Now here's Carter. Lets a floater go. Counting. Carter's got 4 points this quarter. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Washington trailing. Outside Curry. For 3. Walker pulls down the board. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. And stolen by Barrett. And it's Washington on the break. Harris outside. And again, Washington, no good. And Brooklyn with possession here. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, you just have to deny Walker getting the ball in deep because he's way too strong to get off the spot without fouling.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
And the shot's good by Irving.
That is just automatic. Irving is into his motion the second he has the basketball.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 7. Outside for Irving. Here's the screen by Bryant. Clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Assisted by
Bryant's got 9.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Curry, that's good.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel at any sport. Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Howard. Stolen by Bryant. And there's the drive. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Howard, the screen. The shot by Ingram, no good. Brooklyn leading by 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough. So you try to build it. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Screen by Robinson. The three from Curry. 4-3, Stephen Curry.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And the Wizards last season with the worst record in the Eastern Conference. Grant second in losses only to Utah.
Yeah, B.A., the course is clear. Development and youth. The losses can be tough to stomach, but they do have some intriguing up-and-coming players.
2 on the clock. Irving, no good. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Curry. Screen by Robinson. Lets it go from deep. And Curry is good for 3. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Now here's Curry. He's got 18. Screen by Robinson. Inside. The kick out. Curry. Back to Robinson. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. And an intentional foul right there. So both teams making some changes here. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Howard. On the wing, Levine. Howard, the screen. Back to Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Oh, Levine in the paint.
Look at the touch on Levine's shot, giving the floater just enough power.
And last season, the most efficient shooting season of Zach LaVine's career.
Yeah, B.A., 2.5% better in his free throw shooting. He would have had a 50, 40, 90 season on his hands, but his scoring is top tier.
To the paint. Outside for Ingram. Howard, the screen. Pass to Levine. Fades back. Christie with some nice D. The Nets with a lead. Here's Toppin. Yet to see a basket. And there's James from the arc. Connects from downtown.
Gotta stay up on James or he will go right up with that shot.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Here are the Wizards now with the ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
1:04 left in the third quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Carter. It's hauled in by Robinson. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 1-point game. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Misses in close. It's James on the wing. And he drives in. No good. Outside Curry. Screen by Robinson. Outside Curry. Here goes Steph. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Nets out in front. They lead by 1.
41.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Washington trailing. Screen by Robinson. He shoots. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
And Kyrie is one of the best finishers for a guard that this game has seen.
To the inside. Vucevic with a steal. Bryant with it. Now guarded by Curry. Fires from deep. Bryant, no good. Outside Curry. Screen by Robinson. That one doesn't drop. And here are the Nets now. They lead by 1. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Curry draws the double. Outside Ingram. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Robinson. Vucevic with some nice D.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
And here's James. Hauled in by Curry.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Pass to Ingram. They get it back. Back to Curry. Now Robinson. Oh, no good on the layup.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So both teams changing it up here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now James. James drives the lane. Kyrie. Down goes the jumper.
Irving embracing the brightest lights.
And Barrett has got the ball here for Washington. Green outside. Here's Barrett. To take the lead. James rips down the board. Irving. And he commits the intentional foul.
Brandon Ingram. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Bryant left side. Irving outside. 5 on the clock. Tipped. Oh, stolen by Harris.
Great anticipation defensively. He saw the ball coming before it even left the passer's hands.
Now Barrett. Outside Ingram. From downtown. And he nails it.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Here's the teardrop. And he racks up 2.
And Kyrie trying to do it again. He is one of the game's best closers.
Outside Barrett. 46 seconds left in the game. Here's Green. Just 5 on the clock. Now Ingram. With the floater. And there's the layup. Good.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Bryant, right side. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And they aren't over the limit yet.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Here's Curry. Here's Levine. Now here's Howard. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.